decide in between both of these. This one is a little bit more stretch, while this one is 100% poly. Alright, so I got 4 yards of this. It was gonna be $7 a yard, but I'm getting it for $4.89 a yard. And I'm getting a little bit of polyfill. Alright, so this is one of the tubes that I already had. I have another one right behind me in the back of the room. But basically, I filled them up with insulation. I use Safe and Sound. I would normally want to use a lighter density rock wool. They didn't have any in stock, so I had to get Safe and Sound, which is a good alternative. It's not too dense. And that's also what I use for these acoustic modules. I just use some Safe and Sound. But yeah, basically I had some poly fiber fill that I filled on the very top because I ran out of insulation for both of these. But they're pretty much filled from top to bottom with Safe and Sound. I'm going to go ahead and wrap them now with this fabric. I actually got pretty lucky picking this fabric up. This is not the same fabric that I used for these tubes, but it's pretty similar. I actually like this one a little more just because it has a little stretch to it. It's breathable, and it seems acoustically transparent. It might even be a little bit better than this. This is a little bit thicker and less breathable, but it still gets the job done. So I was actually able to pick this up for pretty cheap. I think like $6 a yard, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna wrap this, and these two are gonna go in the front of the room surrounding the speakers, and then this one will go in the back of the room along with the other one that I have. Alright, this is how they look from the back. Obviously you can see the staples going up, which I don't really care about, to be honest, because I'll have this facing the back so you can't see it. And when it comes to the top, there is a lot of excess, but I'm really not too worried about that because, I don't know, some things, me personally, I do have OCD with some things, but this, I'm not too worried about it right now. I'll take care of it. I might cut the excess, I might staple it neatly, but I'm not so sure. I'm just gonna kind of leave it like this for now. I still have the second one though that I have to wrap. I also have to cut the fabric, but so far though, I actually am liking this fabric a little more than the other fabric that I used. It's a little easier to work with, a little stretchier too, especially for the price too. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut the fabric, wrap the second one, and I'll kind of show you guys the method that I did to wrap this first one. So first, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make sure that the side of the fabric that I'm wrapping against the tube is the side that I want, because for example, this fabric has a different texture on the front than on the back, or one side versus the other. So once I figure that out, I'm gonna go around, and all I'm gonna do is put one staple to hold the fabric in place while trying to make sure that it is as neat as possible on the top of the tube going all the way around. So this looks pretty good so far. It's not too stretched out. Also try to remember not to stretch the fabric too much while doing this, because you don't want to warp it too much. But once I do that, hold it in place, staple, now we're good. Can let go of that and continue to kind of go all the way around, make sure it looks as neat as possible. The good thing about these staples are that you can always take them out with like a scissor or a butter knife, so it's not a big deal if you mess up. And now, this is secure, going all around on the top. Looks pretty good. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna flip this over. And then basically, almost do the same thing. So where, whichever one's on the inside, which is this side, I'll staple first. So my goal is to basically pull, make this tight, make sure there's no wrinkles, you know. I think this looks pretty good. So I'm gonna pull a little tighter, put one staple in. Like I said, if I mess up, I can always just take it out, redo it. It's really not a big deal. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull on this side with the excess. See how it looks, just like this. It actually looks good. Almost perfect, actually. I'm going to, I can staple here, but I think I'm gonna start from the bottom to avoid it being uneven. Now, like the last tube, there's a little bit of excess on the top. I can cut this if I want. I can also staple it. I don't know. For right now, I'm gonna just leave it, and I'm gonna do a few measurements with the Trinnov installing these. I'm gonna put one tube probably to the left of that speaker, and then the other tube to the right of the right speaker, so it'll kind of be surrounding the speakers. But yeah, this is a very simple, budget friendly acoustic treatment option. There's better ways to make these tubes. You can drill holes into them for a little bit more transparency. I didn't do that, but I won't lie, after doing the measurements with the Trinnov, my room actually has a pretty good response already, so I'm already happy with that. I think these two surrounding the speaker are gonna make, I hope it's gonna make a difference. We're gonna see. And if not, then I can put them in the back of the room to also see how that competes with them in the front of the room. If you guys have any questions, comments about the tubes, let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.